Yes, here we are. Happy Monday morning, everybody. Hope everybody has a good Monday and a good week ahead of them. And this is Bush League Baseball on WBYTN, and I am your host, the one, the only, the original, Mr. Wild Bill. And and this is MLB 19 career mode, and this is the career of Mr. Wild Bill, who now plays with Tampa Bay. So started in Double A, went up to Triple A, went up to Cleveland Indians, spent 32 games here. Split this season with went 4, 7 seasons with Cleveland. Won a World Series. Was in the World Series 2 years in a row. Lost the second time around. Got an All-Star or Rookie of the Year. Left Cleveland. Went to Cincinnati. Didn't have enough to get into the playoffs. So I got my agent to work a trade to a contender, and now I'm on Tampa Bay. Going to be unrestricted free agent, I think, after this playoff. So this is the I'm playing. There's is the playoff bracket, and I'm playing Texas in the American League wild card. And you see there, Detroit's taking on the Los Angeles Angels, and the Boston Red Sox are waiting for the winner of Tampa Bay and Texas. And on the national side, you got Chicago taking on Atlanta, and San Diego is waiting for the Dodgers, the winner of Dodgers and Pittsburgh, who are playing their wild card. I ended up this year again with 15 wins because I was traveling around. So, but even so, 15 wins. That's pretty good. Really, for any pitcher, 15 wins. Ended up 15 and 12. I ended up 15 and 12, and I'm going to be going up against Luis Diaz, who was 11 and 9, and 194 strikeouts I got in 212 and a third innings. So I think that's pretty good, you know what I mean? So I got all my stuff set to go. And Mr. Wild Bill, it was brought in for a playoff run, so shall we get right to it? Bush League Baseball on WBYTN, Monday morning edition. Playoffs, Mr. Wild Bill and the Tampa Bay Rays take it on the Minnesota Twins. No, Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers, I'm sorry, taking on Texas Rangers. And if you watch any Wild Bill's playoffs, he's kind of had a hard time in the playoffs, man. He It seems like no matter what team he's on, they don't score for him. They might get him a 1-0 lead or something like that, but really they don't score for him. So let's see what happens in this wild card. Bush League Baseball, exclusively on WBYTN, your Wild Bill YouTube network. Brought to you by Bacon and Eggs Breakfast.
Winner moves on, loser sees their season come to an end. MLB Network brings you exclusive coverage of the winner-take-all wild card game. It's the one-game American League wild card playoff between the Texas Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays. Hello again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian getting set to bring you this one on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Well, everyone has different opinions about these one-game wild card matchups. Kind of tough that your season comes down to this after such a long season, but it certainly creates a lot of excitement and drama. The pressure's on, so we'll see who handles it better and finds a way to win.
The old holdout purists may scoff, but I got to tell you, this is as exciting as it gets, folks. One game to decide who moves on. It's the wild card playoff on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2028 Tampa Bay Rays.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men with a lot on their shoulders. Our two starters here in this wild card matchup. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. What's important for this lineup as you look to earn a berth into the division series, D-Row?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. All right, let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Rays on defense. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Settling in now, Omar Santiago. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Omar Santiago.
First pitch on its way. And the first pitch of the night here is looked at for ball 1. And we are underway in Tampa. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
But fastball, and there's strike 2. Outside in a full count, 3-2. And he lays off ball 4. That's exactly what you want your leadoff man to do. Work the count and get on.
Not listening to this fucking back catcher again.
So next to the plate for Texas, Dansby Swanson. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Here comes the first pitch. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
As a veteran pitcher, he knows if he's going to have success in this one, he's got to establish that pitch in Get those guys to respect it and open up that outer half of the plate.
McKnight is there. One away. Up next for the Rangers, Nomar Mazara. First offering on its way. And too high with the cut fastball. It's 1-0 now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Moya. And that's the second out of the inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Chauncey Hogsett. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Number 14.
Now another 2-2. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. He's set. The 3-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Ready with the payoff pitch. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. The throw home. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
Boy, what a battle there, Grillo. Several pitch at bat right there. He threw everything but the kitchen sink, and he was still able.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So a run on one. Into the box now, Lewis Brinson. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. First pitch of the at-bat. Up and in for ball one.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
In the air, out to right. Jones waits on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. To the plate now for Texas is the DH, Robert Charles, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at
Fuck
this.
you!
Standing in now, Jared Quintana. She'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Swing, and he pops him up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
2-0 now. 3-0 now.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Well, the pitcher can claim that that one slipped all he wants, but that looked intentional to me. He goes with the heater up and in and absolutely drills him. That's dangerous, and I'm surprised that the ump appears to be letting it go.
Bases are loaded here with 1 away. And that brings up the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. And that misses for ball 1.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
In there, 2-1. 2-2. Now that's popped up. O'Hearn camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2. Digging in to try it again, Nomar Mazara. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certain.
And he dives to make a spectacular. So here's the cleanup hitter, Chauncey Hogsett. He'll stand in to open things up here in the 3rd. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Jones on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Stepping up to the plate, Bruce Hinson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and a borderline call, Matty. I don't know. I got to feel like he's got to build a rapport with this umpire, this AB. See how far he'll go in or out. He can't allow himself to go down looking again.
1-1 the count. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moving under it, Tyler, and he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in, Lewis Brinson. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Lewis, first delivery to him on the way. And a ball 1-0. Brinson, 33 years old. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a real.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch. Striding in, Robert Charles. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Now here's the pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. With that, the Rangers get their leadoff hitter on base after the inning-opening base hit. Coming to the plate now, Jared Quintana. He singled his last time up.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game.
Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. Gone! Into the box now, Ramon Medeiros, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone. So the Rangers batting order turns over and set to go. Omar Santiago. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at bat. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
And this is why he's struggling right here. He's not able to pound the strike zone early in the count. These guys are finding themselves in serious count leverage situations, and good hitters aren't going to miss.
Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1. Called a strike, and it's full 3-2.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up way too early, and they can't make good contact on that pitch.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit out towards second. Can he get up and get him? Oh, what a stop on the slide. He is out. So they get a couple of... In now the power hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. Will start off the 5th in this one. A fastball taken for strike 1.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tough one to call there, but it's ruled just above the zone. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
What a great battle to start this inning. What a great job by the leadoff hitter. He knows that this pitcher's starting to get up there in pitches. The manager's starting to get restless. Let's see if we can knock him out and get into that bullpen.
Number 14.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Jones. 2 gone. Ready now, Bruce Hinson. First delivery to him on the way. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. And that misses 1-1. 4 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rangers. Hit out towards second. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep.
Number 11. Carter Mendez.
And we got our asses kicked. I got my ass handed to me.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he blasted a couple of balls over the wall in this one. Really put the guys on his back and carried him to the victory.
For the victorious Rangers.
See what I mean, though? No matter who I play with, they cannot get runs for me. And then that little bloop single over third base. Like, come on, man.
Check-in call from a representative.
Hmm. Huh.
The player expresses interest in going elsewhere.
Hmm.
He clarifies his intention.
Yeah, I really don't want him to be here now, man. Yeah, we squandered an opportunity, and I blew it. I was the one that blew that. Although the guys behind me never got no runs in that wild card game. You know what I mean? I'm the #1 dude. 28 years old now. Look at that. Getting up there, man. Hmm. Interesting little goal here, eh? I can't believe I blew that game, though, man. That way. Yeah, blew that chance, man, in the playoffs. I can't believe I blew that like that. I'm just handling something right now. I'll be I'll be back there in a second. But now it's a new season. I'm looking forward to free agency. Okay. Try that. Let's see how this goes. Enjoy the game.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your Tampa Bay Rays.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Billy Chappelle gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
We're looking at one of the top pitchers in the league right now. Solid win total from last year, and he'd like to win a whole bunch of games in this new season. He's a good pitcher, and he normally pitches good at the beginning of the season, and he rides that storm out all the way through the end. It'll be interesting to see what kind of start he gets off to this year.
All right, let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Rays on defense. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Digging in, Miles Straw, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch coming, here it is. And the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a called strike one, and a new season of baseball is underway.
First pitch, 140.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Run this one down. But a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Chappelle has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And it's fouled away. And that misses, ball four. So a good battle to begin the ball game today, but the leadoff man will reach first anyway. Striding in for Houston, Ray Cannon. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Curveball inside corner, drops in for a strike.
This is a tough spot here to turn two off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively to make sure you get at least one out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. Well, when a stolen base is that close, it's interesting to check it out on show track. And as the numbers come in, you'll want to focus on the top speed. Really good, and it paid off there. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Coming to the plate now, Jim Dyer. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And this one's down off the shoe tops. 1-0. A bouncer up the middle. Arcia fields it cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Fucking pitches are up already.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Yohan Moncada. First opportunity for him here with the leadoff man still standing at second. 2 gone now. Strong stands at second with 2 gone. 3-2 now.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
He's set. The 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Now the Astros designated hitter, Arnold Vasquez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Little too much bite on the slider that time, taken outside. The 1-2. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. Ball 2.
That's inside.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Struck him out.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
No, that's
1-1 is a cutter that misses 2-1. A 2-2 count to the Astros catcher. No score here as we play inning number 2. Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
One thing to take note of is how these last 2 batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14 is near the top end of what you want to throw in a complete inning.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So he comes up empty in his first major league at bat.
I know he was expecting more, but that's a win. If you can put the ball in play, your first big league AB, and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you, that's a win right there.
Good slider there, gets a swing and miss. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Is looked at and the count moves full. Edgar Cedeno would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Count remains full. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner. At the plate, Edgar Cedeno, man at first after the 2-out walk. The 2-2. Runners off for second. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So striding in, Miles Straw. He drew a base on balls his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Got him fishing that time. 0-1. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. Looking to drop one down, but he can't make contact. 1-2. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Next up for the Stros, Ray Cannon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And there's the first hit of the game for Houston.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. Heater gets turned around.
Into the box, Jim Dyer, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop.
I'm shocked he was even able to foul that one away. Now he's got to set his sights back over the heart of the plate and maybe be ready for something inside.
But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning. Next to bat will be the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the setback.
Play ball.
Alex Healy the next to bat.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. And he falls behind. 0-2. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing it that way.
The 1-2. High and deep to right center. Santander ranging back, At the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
So up until this point, they've had to bite and scratch for every single thing. But he puts a good swing on this one and nearly knocks it out of the park. So we'll see if it's contagious and his partner can pick him up right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Down and away, ball one. No one out with a runner at second. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Lays off the breaking pitch, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
Time for him to. He knows his team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Be on the attack and let them do it.
Fouled away. Another payoff pitch. And he goes with the slider here as that misses in tight. It's ball 4. So digging in now, Daniel Villafuerte. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. No balls and a strike to count. High in the air out to center field. Moya is right there, 1 down. Standing in, Kevin Newman. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. No offer at a letter high change. It's ball 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Newman is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. Moya is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Stepping into the box, Edgar Cedeno trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
The 2-1 home is taken. Ball 3.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here as a pitcher. You have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on.
Now the 3-2 pitch. It's offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. So the Houston lineup turns over, and to the plate, Miles Straw, who sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone. Digging in and looking for more, Ray Cannon. He singled his last time up. And he gets ahead 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now. Stepping in, Jim Dyer, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And this is taken outside for ball 1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Getz is underneath this one, and that will retire the side. So they're held in. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
The windup and the 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Garcia has it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Really a nice play up the middle, and here it is again. Showtrack tells us he had to range quite a long way to bring it in, and then showed off some great arm strength to beat the runner going down the line. Obvious why he's one of the best at the position out there. Ball one to start the at-bat. Liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out. To the plate now is the designated hitter. Arnold Vasquez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Swinging a blooper to the right side. Santander is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Now in the box, Daniel Villafuerte, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Hot shot on the ground is short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. At the plate, Kevin Newman. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Number 27.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. And that's too high, ball 2. Now the 2-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Three and 1 now as that misses down and in. Edgar Cedeno is on deck. The 3-2 pitch. There's ball 4.
First base.
Stepping up now, Edgar Cedeno
Up next to the Astros.
has a look. Now the pitch. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. That misses 2-0.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
The 2-1 home. Hit back up the middle. To second for 1. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Miles Straw. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this game.
Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. Nothing in 2 now. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Line to the right side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard. Now batting, Ray Cannon.
The right fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat. Cut fastball inside, ball 1.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3. Jim Dyer waits on deck. Full count still. No runs, 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Well, this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1. Now here comes the Tampa Bay manager out to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So this home crowd likely to give him a standing O as he departs with the shutout in check, and a nice tip of the cap there to acknowledge a job well done. Jackson Stevens gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Jackson Stevens. Play ball.
I expect this series to be a battle.
Got to win.
So
Got
take the
fuck a
first
lot of
game at
pitches
home
though. Holy
is
shit.
definitely the way you want to start it
Almost
out.
130
Give that
pitches
home
that
crowd a
threw.
reason to come back tomorrow for what will hopefully be another solid performance.
8-1 is the final score this afternoon. The Rays
Somebody
led
got
this
me
game
runs.
from the 3rd inning
Somebody
on and never
got me
wavered.
runs.
Billy
I
Chappelle
can't believe
gets
that.
the win on the mound, his first of the year. Elmer Alfonso couldn't work out of the 3rd inning, taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Any journey of any kind always starts with one of something, one step, one win,
The final line score for this
3
afternoon's ball
hits.
game.
That's a
For the
better
victorious Rays,
freaking
8
game,
runs on
except
12
for the
hits.
walks.
No errors. They left 9 runners
Except for the
on
walks.
base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Our paid attendance at
Yeah, too many walks. But 8 Ks though. No ER and only 3 hits.
receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Okay. Let's see how he does. Tim Gates, 1-0. I'm 1-0.
Just about set for baseball here at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Chicago White Sox. White Sox baseball is next. Tim Gates, the right-hander from the state of Wisconsin, is on the mound here. What do you have for us on him? Digging in now, Nelson Santiago. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder.
First delivery to him on the way. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit. Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Dero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control, and that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball 1.
Starts him out with a slider too low for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And a pitch swung on and bounced to Arcia. It's short. Throw, and he's pulled out on a close play at first. Up next for Chicago, Bobby Perez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is hit sharply to the left side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Count remains 2-2. Short, hit hard. Arcia gloves it, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. A man left Striding into the box, number 13. And his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going. Lays off 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. The 1-2. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Tyler is camped under this one. One down. Ready now for the White Sox, Don Holly, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped up. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Digging in, Giancarlo Guzman, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. Fastball laid off well below the knees. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike. Two and one the count to the White Sox first baseman. 2 out, nobody on. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1. Diego Garcia would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And this is taken for a ball. He walked him, and the Sox have themselves a 2-out base runner. Coming to the plate now, Diego Garcia. He's hit the ground running right out of spring training. Entering this one with a batting average over 300. 0-1 the count. Late on that one as it's foul off to the left side. Guzman, the runner at first with 2 gone. Well, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. The 1-2. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that same pitch. You could tell he jelly-legged him at the plate a little bit. Froze him, but just missed the zone.
This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. Ball 1 taken just off the inside.
Man, 35 pitches with only 2 outs in the 2nd inning.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side.
I know, 36 pitches in 2 innings.
Damage.
I
Back
know.
with more Monday Night Baseball following this.
Oh, man, this is hard sometimes.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Nelson Santiago. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And he lays off for ball 1. Liner towards second.
Buck.
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
The batter, number 8.
In now, Michael Torres, and he fouls this one off. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the 0-1. Pitch misses low. The throw down. The throw pulls him off the bag. Here's the 1-1 delivery. 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. It's fouled away. A runner at second, nobody out. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Now
Hit hard towards second. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. This will kick up against the wall now. And he's in safely at third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Kent Hughes, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there. Here's a fly ball, well hit. On the run is Santander. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. And he might have thought about it at third, but with one away, decides not to risk it.
the batter, number 13.
He's set. Now the pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Second and third here, 1 man out. Struck him out, and now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. Now at the plate, Don Holly, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
John Holly.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball 1, no
And
strike.
here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
I know he wants that pitch back. He put good wood on that ball. But let's
hit high and deep out there to left center field. And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Standing in, Giancarlo Guzman. He drew a walk his first time up.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball well outside.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing at a bat at that pitch.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Giancarlo Guzman becomes the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. He might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Diego Garcia, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Good cut fastball in there, 1-1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
2 balls and a strike to count. And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3. Victor Reyes is on deck. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. From the stretch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but This hitter can burn down the baseline, so if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn two.
One there, on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing across here this half. On to the top of inning number. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Nelson Santiago. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Count now, a ball and a strike. 2-1 count to the Pale Host leadoff hitter. The 2-2 doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Gets sprinting after it. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Michael Torres. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. Left side, but well foul. The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now. He loses him on ball 4. Ready once again, Bobby Perez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Tyler. 2 gone. Striding forward now, Kent Hughes. He took home the Silver Slugger Award in the American League a year ago. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-1 the count now. In there, 1-2 now.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And he watches a called 3rd strike on the cut fastball that time. Into the box, number 13. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up. He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Here now the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to third. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts. Some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Squared that one up just a little late. A pause and the 0-2. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
There's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Moving under it, Tyler. He's got it one away. So coming to the plate, Giancarlo Guzman. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Giancarlo Guzman.
One run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Into the box now, Diego Garcia. First pitch on its way. And that misses ball 1. One and one the count. A runner on first with 2 away. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Here now the 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now at the plate, Victor Reyes. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Line to the right side. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
a 9-2 finish at the end of this contest. The Tampa Bay Rays took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Billy Chappelle.
Well, there's his second win.
We are north of the border in Toronto, and the retractable roof is closed for comfort. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays look for the series sweep at home against their division rivals. First pitch is next. Mike Soroka starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits.
Stepping up to the plate, Rodney Wetzel. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder,
What's up, fella?
Rodney Wetzel.
What's up, my fella? Let's go for the tough one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing down and away, not brushing back anybody, making anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys were taking huge hacks off him, and to boot, the defense was on its heels.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup, I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Gets as a beat on it, 2 gone. Here now is Jake Bowers, and he has been, pardon the cliche, in fuego of late. Seen that average shoot up quite a bit over the past 8 ball games. A ball and no strikes. There's a belt high strike to even the count at 1-1.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another try at 2-2. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Blue Jays held in check. Still. Stepping in for the Jays, Stephen Albrecht. 9 at-bats for him in the series so far, and he's collected a pair of hits. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Well, today's ball game provides the Blue Jays with a chance to end the series on a really high note, of course. A win will complete the sweep.
This team going for the sweep is looking for some home cooking. It's always nice to win a series, but particularly nice when you can sweep a series at home.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. And on one hand, they can be happy they've got their ace on the mound for them in this sweep game, but on the other hand, they're tasked with facing an ace themselves.
It sure is. This is one of those games where you flip a coin heads or tails. 2 terrific starting pitchers, both teams firing their bullets. Their ace is going today. This should be a good one.
And it's a full count, 3-2 to the Blue Jays DH. Fouled away. The next 3-2. Count still full, 3-2. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. First pitch of the at-bat, and he fouls this one off.
Duggar.
Now a curveball, but he might have flown open a bit. It's 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moya will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. And that'll bring up Tyler Wade, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And he misses again, 2-0.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Now at the plate, Tomas Nido. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. Another 2-2 offering. Skied into straightaway right. Santander waits on it. And that's the third out. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We'll go. Next to bat for Toronto, Antoine Studer has got hits in each of the last 5 ball games.
Number 42.
Studer has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is, and shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. The Jays had a lot of success at the plate yesterday, a double-digit hit total as a team, so they'd like to make that happen again as they go for the sweep.
When you're playing as well as this team is right now, they've got them right where they want them. They're only down 1 early in this one, and when you've won a couple of games in a row already, you have that feeling you can certainly come back and win this one.
So stepping in, Rodney Wetzel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
Ball 1, taken just off the inside. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Ball one.
Down 1-1.
Here's the 1-1. To 1-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. Nothing doing here this half. 3 innings complete. It's the Rays. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jake Bauers. He's picked up 3 hits in the series and driven in 4 along the way. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 3 here in the early going, as the Blue Jays are even now at 1 run apiece.
Now batting, left fielder, Sammy.
Into the box now, Sammy Mitre. And it's fouled away. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The windup and the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Seared down the first baseline. So this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Schufo is after it, and the throw is there to record the first out. Striding forward now is the DH, Stephen Albrecht. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch coming, here it is. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Whoa, that ball was close, whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Gets is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Stepping in, Tyler Wade. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like he got fooled a little bit out front, ended up popping out. Expect him to be a little bit more leery of the breaking pitch this AB.
Now another 1-2, and he struck him out. His 7th of the ball game, and that ends. Leading off the inning, Tomas Nido, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Come on. Nido.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Hard hit ball to second. And that's out number 1. Riding in once again, Antoine Studer. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And they'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball 1. fifth inning. 2-1 our score. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Rodney Wetzel. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Looking to send him packing again. And another foul ball. The next 0-2. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Gomez scoops it up. Throw in time, and the side is. Leading off the inning, Doug McDonald, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled away. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Moya going back on it. Booyah! So the bases are clear now following the home run. And set to go is the veteran first baseman, Jake Bauers.
The last at-bat, Matty B, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
A bouncer to the left side. Arcia fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. And now the Toronto number 4 hitter, Sammy Mitre. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. 2-0 to the Jays left fielder.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Now the 2-1. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2. Ready for another shot now. Stephen Albrecht. He singled his last time up. And that's in there for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And a swing as the bat goes flying toward the third base dugout, but it looks like everybody was able to duck for cover. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, there's no question that this one got away from him. He was cruising, had him down 0-2 with 2 outs, and he's going to be pretty unhappy with that. You never want to give an offense new life in an inning.
Center fielder.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Cutter runs outside. Ball 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Here's the 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Albrecht leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Damage is done. Digging in once again, Tyler Wade. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Second base.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a pop-up now. Ruiz is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now to the plate, Tomas Nido. He was a ground-out victim last time up. And this is up and in, ball 1.
The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, you're going to strike out a lot of guys. Your pitch count is going to be high, so this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Hit hard to short. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery is too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Your attention, please.
Now the Rays manager's
Number 42.
Hey, a great win for these guys as they wrap up another one, but a little bit of a sour note, though. Everyone has to head home, get on those computers, and get those taxes out before midnight.
4-2 the final score today. The Tampa Bay Rays posted 15 total hits in the ball game. Billy Chappelle wins his 3rd of the season. Marco Lozano earns the save out of the bullpen, his 2nd. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
All right, there you have it. Got my 3rd win. 6 innings, 3 hits, 8 Ks, 2 ER, and 2 walks. Not better. That's better.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 50
But I just
minutes.
hate it when I walk somebody, man, especially on 4 pitches. Oh, I hate that. So there, we'll leave it at that for now. We had our chance at the wild card. We lost. I blew that game. I did, man. I really did. But the guys couldn't score any runs, so you could pass the blame all over the place on that one. I'm still with Tampa. Well, Bill is still with Tampa, but he's looking forward to free agency. He's still a top-notch pitcher. So who knows where he's going to end up. And when I find out, you'll find out. So keep it tuned to WBYTN, Wild Bill YouTube Network, and Bush League Baseball, MLB 19.